So obviously we've spent a couple of the videos just working on developing some technique and some independence between your thumb and your fingers. One of the other things that I've had a lot of interest in is, you know, sort of playing like three parts at once, because obviously a lot of solo guitar playing, if you think about all the great solo guitar players, there's quite a lot of playing three parts at once. A lot of people were interested in that, so I thought I would maybe break it down a little bit more and just show how that works in different kind of genres. So I picked a really simple chord and melody things. There's two chords in this. This chord here, which is D minor 7, and this chord here, which is G7. So it's only two chords really, and then it ends on a C major 7. But basically the main two chords in this are D minor 7 and G7. So to build this up into three parts, we just start off with the bass. It's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. It doesn't get more difficult than that. So the chord part, we're just going to try and grab the middle two strings of the guitar, which with the bass is going to be enough to give us the sort of character of the chord, if you like. So in other words, we're not playing every note all the time, we're only playing bits of it, the important bits to us, which would be the bass, some chord thing in there, maybe just a couple of notes that would imply the chord, and then on top of that we're going to have a melody. Stage one, like I say, is just play the bass, and that's on 1 and 3. The chord, which is just the two middle strings of the chord, the way I'm playing it there. Now this you might change, you know, you might hit something accidentally, but any note in there will probably work in the middle of the guitar there, middle strings. So if we play the chord part, it's going to be on 2 and 4, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we put the bass and the chord together, we should have this. Now at this point, I'm just using my thumb and maybe my first or second fingers there to play that. And that's because I'm going to need something else to play the melody note when the melody comes on top. So far we have this. And that's just on 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the melody, this is the melody I picked. So very, very simple melody, okay? So that's the melody. But the melody is going to come in slightly off the beat, so the first note is going to be like a push into the first, so it'll be like 3, 4. Okay? So if we do it in really slow motion, now you notice the melody comes in just before the bass. This is where people find things difficult with solo guitar playing and splitting into three. So you've got the bass and the chord on 1 and 3 all the time. Bass on 1 and 3, sorry, and the chord on 2 and 4. And that doesn't change. So when you have the melody note coming in slightly before that, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and then the next melody note also comes in before the bass. Okay, so that, and then, so does the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So that's the crux of this. This is what makes it tricky, but also when you understand it, it's what makes you able to play it, because you can break it down into exactly when each note lands. So that's the whole thing there. even if you want to play on the beat, to get started, there's nothing wrong with that. You're playing 3 parts at once. You're playing a bass part, bit of a chord, and you're playing a melody. But the goal in this is to get to the point where you're comfortable with the melody being off the beat. So that's the goal in this. And the idea is that we can use this technique in several other styles of music, like Chet Atkins, the Tommy Emmanuel thing. If you watch someone like Chet or Tommy or any of these amazing players, one always looks very easy what they're playing, which of course it isn't. And the other thing is they play with so much confidence. I mean, Tommy is one of the great exponents of being, he's a fantastic guitar player, but he just brims confidence when he plays. And I sort of believe that's down to the fact that he's worked out all these bits and he nails every single part. So when he's playing, he can relax a little bit because he knows each part is going to be right. And the other thing is that you can, once you've got this, you can mess about it, speed it up, slow it down, and also you can change the sort of volume of the different parts. So you can do anything with it really once you're confident with it. If you've got this as your basic, so you've got like an alternate bass, and again I'm just picking with my thumb this time and my first finger, I'm just picking those 2 middle strings out. But when I go to play a melody with that at the same time, then you might need to rearrange your fingering slightly. And if you take something that the melody again is syncopated, so it's not on the beat, when you play that, the first note is before, so it's the same as that. So if you were wanting to get into that style, this stuff would definitely help, I believe. So that and but the idea is if you really wanted to play that style of music, then these techniques would hopefully help you to do that. And like I say, if you listen to my solo stuff, it's got little elements of everything in it, and the sort of things that sound a bit more complicated, again, I would have sat down and worked each individual part out. Hopefully this has been of some help. Like say, if you wanted to subscribe to my newsletter, I'm pretty sure this stuff's on it, because what we do with the newsletter is we just send out some support material to people if they're interested, and I'll kind of notate or tab it out just to make sure everybody's okay with it. So hopefully that's been helpful, and like I say, if you want to send me anything in, if you want me to give you any advice on anything, just get in touch and that'll be fantastic. Alright, cheers.